What's up, everybody? I'm the Mangoose. You are awesome, and Predecessor recently announced their partnership with Accelbyte, a company that specializes in providing backend support for games. This, of course, begs the question, who is Accelbyte, why does Pred need them, and what the fuck does backend mean if you're not talking about somebody's ass? Well, you're in luck, because I went and did all the research so you can sit back with a cup of whatever the hell you want and listen to my possibly incorrect and almost certainly poorly explained breakdown of the partnership. Let's start with the most important part. What does backend encompass? Insert mom joke here. For starters, backend provides access to the game on multiple platforms. This could be going from Epic Launcher to Steam, or from PC to PlayStation, or even mobile if they decide to make a Paragon trading card game or some shit. This is, of course, especially exciting to hear as it's a precursor to future console development. We know that Omega plans to eventually release the game on console, but it's always nice to see them taking steps to make that happen. Accelbyte also offers analytics with their support, clearly presented data from the game that will help Omega make a variety of decisions. For example, some characters can seem oppressive but actually aren't that impactful overall. Chimera comes into mind. If you were to read back through player accounts of how overpowered Chimera was in Paragon, you may actually believe that he was. However, I'm sure the backend analytics showed that he was just fine. Balanced decisions aren't the limit. There's all sorts of data that backend support can provide to help the developer improve the player experience. Accelbyte will also allow Omega to track their player retention. How many new players, how many players are staying with the game, and how long people are playing. I would personally love to have access to all of this information for all the different games I track. They can also provide an Omega-specific launcher that will double as a social hub. They can engineer it so that you can make, invite, and play with friends no matter what launcher they use to download the game. The same goes with what I consider true cross-platform, console to PC. A bit less exciting but completely necessary, backend includes monetization. Accelbyte can streamline the purchasing process for the game and allow for a wider variety of payment options for the consumer. They can also assist the development with split payments for community-created content. I kinda doubt that will ever come into play with Predecessor, but I think it would be cool if talented community members could create, share, and monetize their own skins or mods or something. Now, the most important part of all of this, Accelbyte will handle matchmaking. They have a section called Play that will create lobbies based on parameters that Omega selects and put them into games. Parameters don't have to just be ELO either. They could do player experience, or they can match latency, or they could just do a combination of all of the above. I'm pretty sure that's what failed during the last stress test for Predecessor, and I know for certain that that's what failed for Ethereal's last stress test. I think it was probably the main reason Omega teamed up with Accelbyte, and good on them for identifying a weakness and finding a proper resolution. So who is Accelbyte? They're a fairly new company, however they were founded by industry veterans. In an environment where almost all games are online, even single-player games, the need for this type of service has been growing. AAA studios have often had their own departments devoted to backend support, but Accelbyte offers the same level of expertise to independent developers. It's pretty exciting to see Omega Studios listed among the likes of Gearbox, 2K, and Bandai Namco. Why does Omega need this service? Well, while we don't know exactly what happened with the last stress test, we do know that the players that were able to get into matches had great games with zero server issues. Everyone I've talked to stated that there was no rubber banding, shots and abilities were all landing as they should, and the game didn't freeze up at all. However, at some point, people stopped being able to queue into a game. They would either sit in matchmaking forever, or when they did queue up, the game would immediately drop. This isn't indicative of the servers being stressed. This means that the backend matchmaking broke for some reason or another. I'm sure Omega already has great people working on these systems, but partnering with Accelbyte will give these people the tools they need to make the game even more successful in the future. All in all, this partnership will serve to strengthen the player-based lead that Predecessor already has over the other Parazombies. I have no idea when they plan to do another stress test, or if they even will do another test prior to full alpha launch, but I'm confident that this partnership will ensure that whatever they do next will be far more successful than their last outing. Omega has demonstrated in the past that they can capitalize on their strengths. Now they've shown us that they are humble enough to identify their weaknesses and seek help to fix them. I'm eagerly awaiting my next chance to get my hands on Predecessor. If you liked the video or found it informative, please hit that like button and consider subscribing if you want more stuff like this. But for now, this is the Mangoose signing off. You guys have a good one. Mangoose! Shout out to channel members Foolish Bloodhunter, Jelly Knees, Meow Mix for Men, Stunt, and Ferret.